Hey, this is Latanya, owner of Happy Chat Books. There will be more books coming. Just really taking the time to download them. But today I was looking at a question, and one of the things that I um, aim to do with Happy Chat Books is to make the world a little bit more happier, just a little bit at a time. But that can only start with you personally. You can't go out there and just be like, okay, everybody, listen. It all depends on you and what you do in your area around the things that you have to heal for yourself, because you can't see or be happy unless you clear out all of the things that's stopping you from experiencing what you want. So I am going to talk this blog today. I might write a little bit, but this one I really kind of wanted you to hear what I was getting to, because I really tried to inject myself into these blogs, because that's really how I talk. So like, come on now. So anyway, the question is, why do you not feel a resolve when a person comes to you and apologizes for hurting you? Why does that not get you to a point of forgiveness or healing? Like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they're not even in your life anymore, because it's different when someone says, I'm sorry, forgive me, and then they continue to do those things again and again after you've just said, okay, I forgive you. But again, in your mind, let's be real, in your mind, you're like, they're just gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're expecting that thing to happen. You're like, okay, yeah, watch what happened next time. Watch what's gonna happen. So you have built up um this thing within you, this mindset of they're never gonna change. So why do you continue to be there? And then why, when they say, I need to stick to one thing because that's actually another conversation. So why is it that you don't, like, why don't you say, okay, this feels better within my soul that you um apologize? Well, my answer to that is because you still have emotions tied to that thing that they're apologizing for. Because honestly, a person never has to apologize to you. It's just what we've learned. We've learned the outside affirmation and validation of, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you, and then you want to feel like, oh man, they really feel like they're sorry. Like, that's an outside feeling for an inside emotion that you have just not gotten rid of. So when a person comes to you and they are truly sorry, that is great. I'm glad. I teach my children to say that they apologize, because I go deep into words. I'm not sorry. I apologize. Um, when a person comes to you, you're going to have to sit with that, because sometimes people need to just do it for themselves, just to kind of release themselves from whatever the wrongdoing. Because I've done that a couple of times, and I've done that over years, like with an incident that happened with my daughter when she was little, and she didn't even remember it, but I did. But I had to go back to, in my mind, to when that happened, and just be like, man, I just was a broken person at that time. And so that was the realization for myself. But what I want to get to, and I really want you to understand, is you're going to have to give yourself permission to heal, whether that person comes and say, or these people come and say they were sorry or not. That's just the bottom line. If you want to move forward, if you no longer want this thing to follow you and roll around in your head, and then you start seeing it around people that the people that you meet, and then you start projecting that onto the good people, you're going to have to give yourself permission to let it go. No matter what, you're going to have to work on that. And I'm here for you if you want. I'm here for you. People always say, "Oh, sell yourself." Well, I'm just a person that if we're for each other, we're for each other. Get in contact with me if you want to get to that root cause, because I had to get to the root cause. I was not waiting anymore. And then I stopped seeing those things happen to me. I never ran into it again because I took away those emotions that was once tied to that. So I ain't got nothing to do with that anymore. I could look at you in your face and say, and then I could be more specific. I love to give specific um like examples. But I can just walk away from that and just be happy for you from now on, and also free for me to move through it, for me to go on. But you're going to have to address those emotions that are tied to that, or you or them saying sorry. That's why you can't get past it. That's why. That is just why. So until next time, continue reading Happy Chat blogs. I want to hear what you got to say about it. Please comment, share. This is what we're doing. We're creating a community. At some point, I want to have Happy Chat meetups online or in person in Central Texas. I'm for it because we really need to talk about this and be concerned and helpful. Well, yeah, be concerned. Because I always tell people don't get involved, but be concerned. Be concerned about people really taking the steps to love themselves to life, to heal themselves, and to see the good in themselves so that they are no longer experiencing all this crazy stuff that's going on out here. So until next time, chat happy.